Hi children, how are you? Hope all are finding at home. Now today we are going to discuss the lesson, remaining part of this lesson, historical sites, Vanapati Fort. Now all of you children open page number 140 and see the lesson, remaining lesson. Now see, out of 15 generations that ruled the Vanapati estate from 1510 AD to 1948 AD. See, from 15 generations, this Vanapati estate was ruled from 1510 AD to 1948 AD. Now, there were 17 kings and 6 queens. How many kings were there? 17 kings and 6 queens. In 15 generations, the kings ruled, 17 kings ruled and 6 queens there. Now, the kings of this estate worked hard for the development of agriculture. They worked hard for the development of agriculture. These 17 kings and 6 queens worked hard for the development of agriculture. Now they constructed 7 huge tanks in the villages that fall under the range of the estates. What they did, they were working hard to develop the agriculture. No, they constructed, for that purpose they constructed 7 huge tanks that covers the range of this estate, Vanapati estate. Now they were called 7 seas. They built 7 tanks, huge tanks, big tanks. That's why they were called 7 seas. Sapta Samudralu in Telugu. Now they provided irrigation facilities to thousands of acres of land. See, these 7 seas, why they were called 7 seas? Because they are providing these all irrigation facilities, water facilities to thousands of acres of land. That's why they are called as 7 seas. Now drinking water needs were also served by the tanks. Now drinking water also supplied by these tanks only. Now see, do you know, after India became independent, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel merged all the estates in the Indian Union. See, after India became independent, now the Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel merged all the estates in the Union. Now the smaller estates in our state were also merged. Smaller estates also were merged in Indian Union. Now the Nizam's estate was the last to be merged in the Indian Union. Which was the last estate? Nizam estate was the last estate to merge in the Indian Union. Now see, 7 seas, Sapta Samudras, see names and the place where they built. Now see, Sankara Sea, Kanyapali, built in Kanyapali. Ranga Sea, built in Srirangapuram. Veera Sea, built in Tatipamula. 4th one, Mahabhupal Sea, built in Pebberu. 5th one, Krishna Sea, built in Sankireddipalli. 6th one, Gopala Sea, built in Velturu. Now 7th one, Rama Sea, built in Rainpeta. See, these are the 7 seas names and the places where they built in. Now see page number 141. Now discuss in the class why were these seas called the 7 seas. Now you children say why they were called as the 7 seas. Because they are providing irrigation facilities. They are the large water bodies supplying all water facilities through the estate. That's why they are called 7 seas. Now see, do you know Raja Rameshwar Rao, one of the rulers of the Vanapati estate, constructed Sarala Sagar after his mother Sarala Devi. See here, see Raja Rameshwar Rao, one of the rulers of Vanapati estate, built Sarala Sagar after his mother Sarala Devi. Now its speciality is that the gates of this tank open by themselves once the tank is full. This is called siphon system. It is the first of its kind in Asia. See what's its special? He built that he built the tank. Now what is the special of that tank? If the water is filled, if the water is full in the tank, the gates open themselves by themselves. That is the speciality of the tank. That is called siphon system. That system is called siphon system. See, when the water is full in the tank, the gates are opened by themselves. This is called siphon system. Now who built that tank? Raja Rameshwar Rao, one of the ruler of Vanaparthi estate, built the tank after his mother Sarala Devi. Sarala Sagar. Now arts, you see arts. Arts means painting and sculpture and designs. Now see, the Reddy kings had a good taste in arts. They have good taste in arts. Many colorful designs are found on the walls and the roofs of the buildings constructed by them. Now you can observe the picture here. See, these are the roofs of the buildings they constructed in the estate. See how they were. There were nice paintings and designs. Yes or no? In our house, roofs are there like that. Any paintings are there in our house on the roof? No, it is not there. But they are using paintings, different types of designs on the roofs while they are constructing their roofs. Now even today those designs are intact, means they are not getting damaged. They are not getting damaged. They can be seen even today also. Now they brought men and material from Germany to make those designs. From where they brought laborers, they brought men and material from Germany to make these beautiful paintings and designs on the roofs. Now it reflects the artistic grandeur of those days. Grandeur means impressive style. It is showing how the style of those days. They encouraged music, dance and handicrafts as well. They are encouraged music and dance and handicrafts, means nowadays we are using threads and making bangles, baskets, flower vase. No, like that only. In those days they also use different things and made different things. Now see children, think and say, look at the roofs given above. Now look at the roofs given above. What is the difference between the roofs in the forts and the roofs in our house? See, in the forts they are using different types of paintings and designs and styles. Yes or no? In our house we have simple roof. We don't have this type of designs and borders. Now look at the pictures on the previous page. How is their construction? How is their construction? See how is their construction. They are using different types of shapes to impact their construction and using different materials. Now what are the things used most in the construction? Why do you think they used those things? Now you think and say that. Now you see turn your page 142. Now you see this picture. Think and say. Now you observe the picture children first. Now this is called battlements. See, battlement. This is called as battlements. Now see, why did they build battlements in the fort? Why did they build battlements in? Because see, why they are building these battlements in the fort? See, they have regular openings. See, here they have regular spaced openings. Here you can observe openings are there for that battlement. See, why they are there? For shooting purpose. If any enemies are attacking their fort, they are shooting through this battlement. That's why here spaces are provided. Now there are the holes in the battlement. Why these holes? Why they are using? For shooting purpose. Whenever enemies are attacking, they will shoot from this battlement, especially from specified openings. Now what is the use of fort wall? What is the use of fort wall? See, whenever enemies are attacking, they protect themselves from enemies. Fort wall is a strong building So whenever enemies attack, they can protect themselves from. Now see temples. Sri Rangaswamy Nayaka Swami temple. Sri Ranganayaka Swami temple. Now see about that. Now the Vanaparthi kings built many temples. Vanaparthi kings built many temples also. Now see King Bahiri Gopala Rao visited the temples in Tirupati. They visited many temples and built also many temples. This King Bahiri Gopala Rao visited temple in Tirupati, Kanchi and Srirangapatnam and built Sriranganayaka Swami temple. See this temple built by whom? Who built this temple? Sriranganayaka Swami temple. This Gopala Rao, Bahiri Gopala Rao visited these temples and built Sriranganayaka Swami temple in Srirangapuram. This temple was there in Srirangapuram. Now it stands as a proof to the wonderful sculpture during those days. Sculpture means painting and design. See how beautiful there. Now this temple is called as Northern Sriranga Kshetra. This temple is known as Northern Sriranga Kshetra. Now think and say, list out the do's and do nots followed when we visit ancient old temple or monuments. See, whenever we are going to old temples or any monument, what we should do? We should remove our footwear outside the temple and then only we should go into the temple. We should not wear traditional dresses. We should follow the queue line. We should use the dustbin to throw things. See, whenever we are using this, whenever we are going to these ancient old temples, we should follow this. Then what we should not do? We should not go inside the temple with our footwear, slippers. Then we should not push each other. When we should follow a line. We should not wear any jean pants or any foreign dresses. We should not throw the things here and there. We should use the dustbin. Now what is the greatness of those ancient monuments? See, what is the greatness? You can observe their sculpture, paintings and designs, how their style in constructing those temples. That is their greatness of these ancient monuments. Now open page number 143. Now see children, do this. Now when you visit a monument or a temple, observe the pictures on the roofs and the walls. See, whenever you are going to these ancient old temples, you observe the roof. Whenever you are praying to God, you observe once, look at the roof, see some special sculpture is there, designs are there on the roof, and also on the walls you can observe different types of flowers or any girl welcoming picture is there. Till now anyone didn't, so means from now you are going to temple means you can observe that. Now find out who built these monuments and what are those art forms known as. Now you going to these temples. Now this temple was built by this Bahiri Gopala Rao in Srirangapatnam. Like that, whenever you are going to temple, you also find out who built the temple and the how it is, you observe it. Now think and say, what is the greatness of ancient temples? What is the greatness of ancient temples? Now only I said no. The sculpture and designs and paintings of style is the greatness of the ancient temples. Now when compared with the temples of past, what difference do you observe in the temples of present day? Nowadays we cannot see these types of designs and paintings on the roof. Present days. In the past days they are using different types of sculptures and paintings on the roof, but nowadays we cannot observe. They are constructing simply roofs in the present days temples. Now some ancient temples are in dilapidated condition. Say dilapidated means nothing but going to collapse or going to decay. Now why are they so? what can we do to preserve them? See what we can do. We should take care. We should make repair before it reach that situation, before it reach to collapse situation. Now literary service. Literary means writing, studying, especially of the kind valued for quality of form. Means who have skills. Among the Reddy kings, Bairi Gopala Rao was a scholar in 8 languages. This Bairi Gopala Rao built which temple? Sri Ranga Nayaka Swami temple in Srirangapatnam. He was also a great scholar in 8 languages. Scholar means specialist. He know 8 languages now. Specialist in 8 languages. Now hence he was called Ashtabhasha Kovidudu. He know 8 languages, no? That's why he was called as Ashtabhasha Kovidudu, expert in 8 languages. Now among the kings of the estates, many were not only patrons of literature but were poets themselves. Many were not only patrons. Patron means who gives money to author to write, patrons, but were poets. See, many poets were there in Vanaparthi estate. Now Pavuram Rangacharyulu of this estate was the author of more than a 100 books. Means this Rangacharyulu of this estate written more than 100 books. Now he participated in the literary discussion with Tirupati Venkata Kavalu. This Rangacharyulu participated in literary discussion with Tirupati Ranga Venkata Kavalu. Now Kadukuntla Papa Shastri, author of Brahmarambika Samvadam. Anumula Venkata Subramanya Shastri, author of Sri Krishna Charita Sangramam and Kavya Gucham, were known as great poets of the estate. See, these are the great poets of the estates. What are they? Kandukuntla Papa Shastri, author of Brahmarambika Samvadam, means this Shastri written this Brahmarambika Samvadam, and Anumula Venkata Subramanya Shastri written Sri Krishna Charita Sangramam and Kavya Gucham, were the greatest poets of the estate. Now administration means the process of running a business or a kingdom or a estate or an organization. Now the king of the estates used to measure the lands and then impose tax accordingly. How they are running their estate? These kings, they are measuring the lands and they are imposing taxes. We also paying different types of taxes nowadays. Yes or no? We will pay house tax, water tax, tap tax, again street light, roads tax. These all tax were paid by us nowadays. To run their estates, they taxed on lands and collected the income. How they are getting income? From lands, because they are imposing tax on the lands and they are collecting revenues. Like that they are getting income according to run their administration. Now they divided the estate into 3 parts. They divided this estate into 3 parts. Vanaparthi estate into 3 parts. They are Sugur region. Then second is Vanaparthi region, Keshampeta region. How many regions they divided? They divided into 3 parts. That first one is Sugur region, second one is Vanaparthi region, third one is Keshampeta region. They possessed powerful army. They have powerful army also. Now southern borders of Nizam's kingdoms were protected by this army. These army were protected by Nizam kingdom. They have powerful army. No, that powerful army also protected by southern borders of Nizam kingdoms were protected by this army. They are protecting this army, protecting the southern borders of Nizam kingdom. Borders of Nizam kingdoms were protected by this army. Now do you know Sugur Sikkahs? Sugur siccas. Siccas means coins. See, we don't have notes like this. Nowadays we have notes, but in those days we have only siccas means coins. See there, Sugur siccas. Now the Nizam king Sikandar Shah permitted Ramakrishna Rao to print coins independently. The Nizam king Sikandar Shah permitted this Ramakrishna Rao to print coins independently and publish them. Now they were valid not only in the Vanaparthi estate but also in the Nizam's kingdom, because who gave your permission? Nizam king only gave permission, because they were not only valid in the Vanaparthi estate, they are also valid in the Nizam's estate also. Now these were named as Sugur siccas. Sugur coins. Siccas means coins. See, he only printed his coins. No, this Ramakrishna Rao printed his coins independently. That's where name as Sugur siccas means Sugur coins. Now let us read the keywords once. Monuments, fort, estates, sea, taxes, tower, tanks, history, battlements, hall, mandapam, sugar siccas, handicrafts. See. This is your lesson, historical sites and Vanaparthi fort.